Welcome back to Sun's Latest, and thank you to Underdog Fantasy for sponsoring this video. Once again, huge shout out to Underdog Fantasy for sponsoring this video. As of this recording, over 1,370 subscribers to Sun's Latest on FanArch, and I thank you for that. I thank you for your comments and just the back and forth, because that's what makes this thing go. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I cannot thank you enough. I am Rich Rubin. Here is our quote. I'm in favor of drug tests just so long as they are multiple choice. That is from former Sun and former Laker and former Hornet, Kurt Rambis. Always good with a quote, always good with a matter-of-fact answer. And I think Kurt Rambis usually had the right idea when it came to the media. He was a pretty humble guy. Remember, he was the fifth guy on a lot of the Showtime teams. He was the one guy that didn't need the ball. He just got rebounds and played defense. But I very much like that quote. Okay, but let's get to the good stuff, because we won and we beat the Memphis Grizzlies in their house. And it always feels good to get back at a team that beat you on a last-second floater, which is what happened on October 29th in Phoenix. John Morant was playing that game. He did not play in this game. The Grizzlies are beat up. We lost to them 114-113, October 29th at home, but we evened things out. Bouye was out. Jalen Green still out, but Grayson Allen played. He was rusty against the Rockets, and I predicted he would probably start to find his stroke. Maybe not get 20, but maybe get a solid 10, and his percentage would go up. Boy, was I wrong, and I was happy about that. Cedric Howard day-to-day for the Memphis Grizzlies. John Morant listed day-to-day. Both of them were out. A lot of the guys in this team completely banged up, but so what? A win is a win is a win, and we won a game that we were supposed to win, and you know I'm big on that. 117-98, it wasn't much of a game. Not a bounce back when it's a game you're supposed to win, but Dylan Brooks loves playing against his old team. 21 points, 25 minutes, 18 in the first half, 8 for 22, 5 for 12, 7 boards, 3 assists, only 1 turnover. There was a play with 9:20 left in the first half. Beautiful passing. It started with Goodwin. I think it went to Gillespie, went to Oso, and then Cutting finds a nasty end dunk from Rasheer Fleming. Everybody moving, everybody passing, moving without the ball, moving with the ball. It was absolute poetry, and this is why we love hoops. Up by 22 in the third, 91-68 heading into the fourth. It was not much of a game, as I said. It was kind of inevitable. Only 10 guys suited up for Memphis. They don't get a pass. If you're playing a game, you're playing a game. It's the NBA. 12 for 12. Did I say 12 for 12 for Mark? Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. 12 points and 12 rebounds from Mark Williams. Good game against a great defender in Jaren Jackson Jr. I've mentioned it before. I know we can't get him. I know the contracts don't work. There are a few guys I would rather have on the Suns than Jaren Jackson Jr. He's not the right guy to be carrying a team, but holy crap, he is like the perfect second. He can just do it all, and he can play each front court position. I absolutely love Jaren Jackson Jr. Steady Royce, 12 on 4 for 9, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Tough shooting night for Book, 13 on 6 of 15, and again, 1 for 5 on threes. I'm not seeing anything wrong with his stroke. I mean, it looked good against the Thunder. Is there something I'm missing about Booker's three-point stroke specifically? Because everything else looks pretty good. He's a shooter. He's going to have an off-shooting game, but it happens. 8 rebounds, 10 points, and 4 for 6, and 2 for 4 for Colin Gillespie. This guy is the definition of wanting to be a board man. He just goes and gets rebounds, knows where to be, follows trajectory. I guarantee you Steve Nash is teaching him this, because Nash is a little dude like him, like Gillespie. Surprisingly, got a few easy rebounds during his career. Goody with 11 on 3 for 12, 4 for 8, and 8 rebounds. It's like having a power forward or a rebounding center between Goody and Gillespie. They got 16 rebounds between them. It didn't take Grayson Allen long to find range. He's also a former Grizzly, so you know he wants to make a splash. 19 points in 21 minutes, 7 for 13, and 50% shooting on threes, 5 for 10. When he is scoring, I'm not saying it's okay that Book has an off-shooting night, but it doesn't hurt as much. And that's something that the Suns, I know, think about. When Grayson Allen is making his threes, Devin Booker can relax. So the transition is not going to take much longer. But welcome back, Grayson Allen. When he's scoring, it's a different team. Can you imagine what's going to happen when Jalen Green gets back? Ryan Dunn cannot shoot, and maybe it's time to give a few of his minutes to Rasheer Fleming, get Rasheer Fleming up to speed, because the rookie had a nice 9 minutes, 8 points, 3 for 4, 2 for 3, plus 3 rebounds, plus a man and a Nick Richards sighting. They didn't do much, but everybody got into this game. So a really good win for the Suns. Interesting game coming up on Friday. The Knicks, I didn't see what their score was last night, but they've been flailing and they've kind of lost their way. They've like lost four in a row. I don't know what the score was last night, but Mikal Bridges and the Knicks in town tomorrow, Friday, 7 p.m. And just so you know, the Wizards are in Phoenix on Sunday, and most people will go, no, I don't want to see the Wizards, but something has changed within the Wizards, so we'll get to that in just a few. Let's get to your comments. John Ward, I vaguely remember you. Been a Suns fan since '76. Can we please win a title? I've been asking please since 1968, man. The Eddie Law Show. The Eddie Law Show. Hello, the Eddie Law Show. I can't remember if you commented before, but either way, I'm glad you did. Any word on Chris Paul? Think he'd come back and come off the bench, and everybody wants to get rid of guys without offering any answers as to who to replace them with. I don't want CP3 on our bench as a player. As an advisor, yeah, like watch him and Nash work some more magic. But we already got Nash, so I just don't think the timing's right for Chris Paul. I think he really is done being a player, even in spot minutes. I just don't think he has it anymore. It's not a rip. It's a lot of mileage on a guy like Chris Paul who played really hard. Lots of emotion on on players that people don't want on the Suns. But you're right. Well, okay, well you don't just we got to get rid of him. Other than a contract dump, let's get something back. Nobody's offering what do you get back. Some people do, but the people that bitch about it the most offer nothing like that. Landos Lovechild. Okay. Do you remember the Bell section back in the day? Pretty sure you're referring to Raja Bell. No, I do not. I wasn't living in Phoenix at the time, and I only went to a handful of games. There was a Raja Bell section. I mean, I'm not surprised. I just didn't know about it. What went on in the Raja Bell section? Do tell. STTYXX. I guess it's Sticks. Underdog sponsorship. No need to sub. Oh, he's talking about our new sponsor, Underdog Fantasy. I'm really proud that we got a sponsor. I think it's kind of cool. To you, Mr. Sticks, we only have subscribers, not subs. And why comment at all? Sticks responds, because sports betting is a degenerate hobby that has ruined the sport and millions of people's lives. Actually, people who take sports betting too far have ruined their lives. But why comment at all? Why wouldn't you just ignore it if you hate it so much? There's over 1,000 subscribers who who like the content and just ignore sponsors and the stuff that they don't like. It's not a big deal. Sticks, silence and inaction by good people allow evil to triumph. That's true, but not for this. You're only talking to me, and you're commenting on my page and criticizing, and I don't gamble, and no one has commented with any issues about the sponsor. Wouldn't your time be better spent working at a gambling rehab call center or helping people who have gambling problems instead of bitching at somebody who doesn't gamble? Just a thought. Moving on, Dornadane. I think I got your name right. Colin and Goody should have closed the game against Houston. Interesting. Coach Otto's been pretty good with his substitutions and defensive pickups. Maybe he missed the mark on that one. The Celtics, Chris Boucher or Kyle Anderson should be the right move to trade Nick Richards for. Hey, if they go for it, I got no problem dumping that contract. We could go greedy if only Grayson or Royce ask for the trade, which I think they will not. I think right now we need Royce and Grayson. I know, yes, they're the most expendable contracts and players, depending if you want to go younger, but they're really working for us right now, and they're really good guys for us, especially when, as I said, when Grayson is hitting. We need a power forward if we're going to replace Royce O'Neal, and we need somebody that can do what Royce O'Neal does. He facilitates. He doesn't get a ton of rebounds. He almost exclusively shoots threes, and he shoots at a pretty good clip. And we need somebody who could start right away. So, Boucher or Anderson, you think either one of them can fill that? You let me know. I don't know. I know Anderson's game. Boucher is no offense. He's a great defender, but absolutely no offense. So I don't know if he's a replacement, but I wouldn't mind having another defensive wing. Waxed up Will. That's an interesting handle. Bro, that's smart. Kyle over Chris for me. I always forget about Boucher. No offense to him. Boston just not playing him. Yep. John Freeman. I'm a John Collins fan. Also, he should be a Sun. I got no problem of all the guys that if it came down to it and we lose Royce O'Neal and John Collins steps in and fills it, I'm okay with that. He does everything Royce does. He's younger and he's got a lot more spring and a lot more years. I'm just saying, I still love Royce O'Neal. I think he's a huge contributor. I think John Collins is a more athletic version and younger version of him. and who can get more rebounds. He's not the greatest three-point shooter though. Mr. DeCasso, he's a great player, but I'd rather have Bobby Portis in a package. Portis can hit a three. Portis can get rebounds, and Portis is tough and gritty. Portis might fit right in. I don't know. I look for the Bucks to dump a lot of these guys. I have a feeling it's going to be a big dump year for the Bucks. Waxed up Will, yeah, even though Collins is younger. All right. Hey, you know what? Some really good back and forth. These are all possibilities because all this stuff is coming up really, really soon. Fast breaks, buzzer beaters, and block parties are back, and Underdog is the best place to get in on all the action. Playing on Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like points, rebounds, steals, and more. Get your picks right, and you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. This week on Underdog, I am looking at the Timberwolves' Rudy Gobert for lower than 11 rebounds, and the Cavs' Evan Mobley for higher than 9 rebounds. Download the app today and use promo code BASKETBALLFAN to score $75 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code BASKETBALLFAN. Underdog. Make picks, win money. That easy. All right. So a couple things happening. This one has to do with the Suns, and I'm very, very happy to announce that the Phoenix Suns, in an article posted on Bright Side of the Sun by Brandon Duenas, I think I got your name right. I apologize if I've ruined it. Posted yesterday, confirmed that the Phoenix Suns plan to fully guarantee Jordan Goodwin's contract. $2.35 million contract had just a $25,000 guarantee after the Suns claimed him off waivers from the Lakers this summer. Not a surprise, Goody has imposed his hustle and determination on this fun Suns team. 9.3 points, 4.5 rebounds. What a great rebounding guard. 2.2 assists, 1.4 steals in 21.8 minutes per game. Efficiency, bud. His shooting split is 41, 37, 77. His defense is elite. He just set his career high with threes with 8 in the win over the Thunder and a career high with 24 points. Thank you, Los Angeles Lakers. Enjoy DeAndre Ayton. We have some issues with the Sacramento Kings. Well, we don't, but they do, and they always do. They're terrible. They never seem to have any direction, so look for a huge dump and a revamp. Almost everyone on the Kings is available except Keegan Murray, who's somebody that I would actually like to have. GM Scott Perry has made it clear he'll talk to anyone interested in making trades, stating, quote, "We got to get younger." He's right. I understand going after guys like DeRozan and Levine and Malik Monk and Russell Westbrook, but that age is really quick, and it's a lot of the same kind of player, and it's not working for them. But all these guys that I mentioned, Malik Monk, all available, even though most of their contracts won't be incredibly easy to work with. I mean, I'd take Sabonis straight up for Nick Richards if we can make it work, but that's it. We don't need the other guys. We really don't need the other guys. I think I don't like saying empty stats, but at this point in Levine and DeRozan's career, especially Levine, who plays no defense, it's just empty stats. He could always score, but we're good. I think we're good. And finally, this just came in not too long ago. The Atlanta Hawks definitely trading four-time All-Star Trae Young to the Wizards. I think it's official at this point. C.J. McCollum and Corey Kispert going to the Hawks. The trade gives the Hawks more financial flexibility. They've been eyeballing them as Anthony Davis. They also have a first-round pick in the next draft. The Hawks are getting younger. It's just the start, but they will be making a lot of moves, and they're not giving up anybody, and they got a good young player in Jalen Johnson who's not as good as Devin Booker yet. Thank you. All righty, let's get to Suns trivia. So the Wednesday trivia answer. So in the 70s, the combined scoring average of 49.4 points by these two Suns All-Stars was the NBA's highest scoring duo for the entire season, and it broke the franchise record. Oh, my little light went out. I'm sorry, buddy. I hope you can still see me. Yeah, okay. And it broke the franchise record of 45.9, a mark set by Connie Hawkins and Dick Van Arsdale during the 69-70 season, the Suns' second season in existence. Who were the two Suns players that did that? Westfall and Davis. In 1977-78, rookie Walter Davis averaged 24.2 and Westy 25.2. Both were career highs. Westfall Davis, hard time beating those guys. So yeah, that was the trivia answer for yesterday. So here's your trivia question for today. These Suns, this is you'll get it right away, but you won't get the percentages. The Suns have had a player lead the league in free throw percentage 5 separate times, but it's only been done by 3 Suns players. So 5 separate times. Obviously, a couple of guys did it, so at least 2 of them have done it twice. While with the Suns, who are the 3? And out of all of them, which one had the highest free throw percentage? So 5 times a Phoenix Sun has led the NBA in free throw percentage. but it's only been 3 players. So 2 guys did it twice, 1 guy did it once while with the Suns. Who are the 3? And out of all of them, which one had the highest free throw percentage? One of them you might not get. The other 2 you'll probably get in 2 seconds. So, hey, Knicks. Yeah, Knicks tomorrow. Mikal Bridges is back in town. The Knicks are struggling. I would like to see an annihilation of the New York team. I appreciate you watching Suns Latest. I appreciate fan art. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate you sunscribing. Remember, when you sign up for Suns Latest, you are a sunscriber. You are no longer a sub. Appreciate you very much. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for watching. Go Suns!